Kimberly Papermakers. It's an unusually warm early November evening, and we're ready for what should be an entertaining game between two rivals of the Fox Valley Association. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ricardo Arguello, hanging out as always with Brett Christopherson and bringing you those high-definition shots. It's Jim Rosandick, all part of USA Today Network live stream. Well, what can we say, Brett? It always seems every year we seem to be at this game, in a playoff game between these two teams. It's been entertaining, to say the least. These two teams are ready to play each other. They know each other. They're two magicians. They both know what's in that hat. They know the rabbits that are in the hat. It's going to come down to who wants this one more, Brett. And I can't think of a better way to kick off this quarterfinal round of games than with the one that we have here tonight.
Maybe not who just wants it more, but who executes better, right? Who takes care of the football best, limits the turnovers. Two teams, I think, that are kind of mirror images of each other. Both can run, both can pass, both with experienced quarterbacks, 3-year starters. Both with very good defenses, both with very good coaching staffs, and both top 10 teams in the state of Wisconsin, with Kimberly number 2, Appleton North number 8. Ricardo, we said back in week 4 when we streamed the regular season game here between these two teams, we have a feeling that we're going to see these two squads again in the playoffs. Well, here we are, state quarterfinals, the final 8 in Division I. Winner moves on to play either Franklin or Bayport in a state semifinal. I mean, it doesn't get much bigger than this. This is one of the games of the night in the state of Wisconsin, and I think it's a coin flip game. I think this is going to be a very close game throughout. And again, I think it's going to come out to who can create that key turnover and sway momentum that way. It's going to be a fun game. Can't wait to see it all play out.
I agree, Brett. Hey, let's get some of these notes out to folks that are watching, and we thank you again for watching this USA Today Network live stream, I should say. I'll start with Kimberly. These notes, by the way, put together by Brett Christopherson. Kimberly notes, hey, Papermakers, as Brett mentioned, ranked number 2 in the state in both the final large division Associated Press state poll and Division I WISports.net state coaches poll. Brett, I want to add that I'm the one who gave Kimberly the number 1 vote in the Associated Press
I'm
poll.
sure they appreciate that.
Yes, and to me, they're the best team in Division I. Actually, to further clarify, I think Appleton North number 4 in the state. So
and well-deserved.
Yes. They're coming off. The Papermakers are a 35-13 victory over Chippewa Falls last Friday in a WIAA Division I second-round playoff match. Here at Papermaker Stadium, Colin Overman had a big night on the ground, rushing for 183 yards and 3 touchdowns to pace Kimberly's offense that finished with 271 rushing yards and 412 yards overall. Overman, he's been great all year. He rushed for scores of 11, 26, and 78 yards against Chippewa Falls. The final run coming right away in the third quarter to give the Papermakers a 21-0 lead. Overman also threw a touchdown pass, a 5-yard hookup with Cam Wennick in the early seconds of the fourth quarter for a 28-0 Kimberly advantage. Quarterback Caden Pendleton had a rare off night, I guess, by his standards. 3 interceptions on 11-21 passing. You don't see that from him. He also threw for 136 yards, however. Wennick finished with 5 catches for 51 yards, while Owen Polakowski added 3 catches for 48 yards. And defensively, Ethan Doucette had a big night with 13 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. By the way, Ethan Doucette, I saw on his Twitter, he gave the Badgers a visit. Badgers football team.
He's playing good football this season. Just
letting you know that. Bracy Fulser was next with 11 tackles, while Mason Stepanski was credited with 7 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble. And overall, Kimberly registered 5 sacks with Sean Burant and Sam McGivern also coming up with solo sacks on the season. Pendleton threw for 1,626 yards and 13 touchdowns while completing 66% of his passes. He does have 7 picks. Oberman and Blake Berry have combined to form a formidable talent on the ground, with Oberman credited with 1,310 yards rushing and 17 touchdowns, and Berry with 634 yards and 14 scores. Oberman is rushing for an average of just under 120 yards a game. Wennick and Polakowski lead the way in receiving. Wennick's 48 receptions are tops on the team in that category, while Polakowski has a team-high 748 receiving yards. Polakowski also has 9 scores. Wennick has reached the end zone 4 times. And defensively, Doucette is a Papermaker's top tackler with 81 stops. Fulser and Stepanski are next with 59 and 57 respectively. Stepanski and McGivern are tied for the team lead in sacks with 6 apiece. Doucette, boy, he's an active guy. He's next with 5 sacks. Josh Frazier and Jackson Wilds have 3 interceptions each to lead the way in that category. And Kimberly is averaging 167.3 yards per game passing, 211.4 rushing. It's allowing 139.5 yards per game passing and 89.9 yards rushing. And overall, Papermakers are averaging 39 points a game and allowing just 11. Now, if Kimberly or North, for that matter, wins, They'll play either top-ranked Franklin or Bayport next Friday in a WIAA Division I state semifinal playoff game. We don't know where that's going to be yet, but kickoff either way is scheduled for 7 o'clock. Brett, what can you tell me about the Lightning?
The Lightning 9-2 overall. Kimberly 11-0, by the way.
Yes.
The Papermakers coming in undefeated. But the Lightning, Ricardo, winners of 7 straight. They haven't lost since losing in Week 4 to the Papermakers. They're ranked 8th in the state in the large division in the final Associated Press state poll, number 7 in D1 in the final WisSports.net state coaches poll. And they're coming off a real nice 28-7 victory over Neenah last Friday. That was a WIAA Division I second-round playoff matchup at Paul Engen Field in Appleton, a game we streamed. Cal Martini rushed for 124 yards and 2 touchdowns to highlight a lightning rushing effort that generated 149 yards overall. Martini has TDs of 5 and 6 yards in that one, and Matthew Reichel also scored on a 1-yard plunge late in the first quarter for a 7-0 Appleton North lead. Quarterback Matthew Scheckelman had yet another efficient outing, throwing for 101 yards and a touchdown on 10 of 13 passing. His 19-yard hookup with Reichel with 5:20 remaining in the game capped the scoring and gave the Lightning a 28-7 advantage. Caden Pop finished with 3 receptions for 40 yards, while Alex Heron, I should say, had 2 catches for 15 yards. Defensively, the Lightning limited the Rockets to 207 yards, including just 92 on the ground. Wes King, he was credited with a team-best 6 tackles, while Cal Hansen tallied 2 of Appleton North's 4 total sacks. Brock Arndt also posted an interception. On the season, Scheckelman, he's a Northern Iowa recruit and the Fox Valley Association's Offensive Player of the Year and its Offensive Back of the Year. He has thrown for just under 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns while completing 71% of his passes. He has tossed 3 interceptions. Martini has rushed for 1,237 yards and 20 touchdowns. He's averaging 123.7 rushing yards per game. Scheckelman is next with 599 yards and 7 scores. Heron is the Lightning's top receiver with 42 catches for 542 yards and 7 touchdowns. Caden Pop is next with 21 receptions for 228 yards and a TD. Don't forget about Martini coming out of the backfield, Ricardo. He has 163 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns as well. Defensively, Brock Arndt is Appleton North's top tackler with 71 stops. Nathan Schaff has 4 sacks, and Brock Som, Stone Hulke, Jack Budiak, and Brock Arndt lead the way in interceptions with 2 apiece. Appleton North, we're looking at team stuff now, averaging 119.5 yards per game passing, 219.1 rushing. It's allowing 142.3 yards per game passing, but just 74.5 yards rushing. And overall, the Lightning are averaging 36.5 points per game and allowing 10.8. And that's a look at the Lightning and the Papermakers.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who's checking in. I also got a text, Ken the official.
Yeah, he's back.
Checking in, yes. So hopefully we'll be able to contact him if we need any officiating clarification.
Where's he been? He's only here for the big games now?
He's a guy that has a lot to do, He's a busy guy. Brett, I want to pass along anybody who's been paying attention to the volleyball tournament going up at the Resch. Actually, Kaukauna got swept in the boys division.
Really?
Division 1. They were the number 1 ranked team, so they got swept by Westosha Central.
Wow.
So they're out. And we'll be finding out later tonight. I'll be passing along updates, too, for any Appleton North fans.
The girls, yeah.
The girls' team is playing Brookfield Central at 7:30, I should say. That's going to be a good matchup.
Hopefully some Appleton North fans up at the Resch will have their little devices, their phones, right, maybe tablets tucked in and checking what's going on here at Papermaker Stadium. We'll talk a little bit more about that and this game after our national anthem. Hey, Ricardo, a quick shout out to our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison proudly provides the people and businesses of Northeast Wisconsin with exceptional banking services and trusted financial guidance delivered by friendly experts. Personal checking and personal savings, investments, loans, business checking and business savings. Unison Credit Union, empowering you. Also, a big thank you to our apparel sponsor, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Get your team, club, or business out there with Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They customize products specifically to fit their customers' needs. Family owned for 20 years, they have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word to your organization. Delivery service is available. Contact them today, 920-731-0922, or send them an email at Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at sbcglobal.net.
Going to be a good one tonight here. Again, Appleton North, Kimberly. Big rivals. Remember Appleton North's 2 losses this year, Brett. One came 26-20 to Kimberly.
Week 4, their last loss.
Their last loss, and then the opening game they lost to Franklin.
35-31.
They led by, I think it took 21 points unanswered in the fourth quarter for them to lose that one to Franklin and Burkett, the great UW recruits. So I was talking to, by the way, Kurt Hogue about that, about Franklin, and he says, yeah, they kind of had a nail-biter over Oak Creek last week. He did say that the weather conditions weren't favorable to passing. I don't think there's any issue tonight.
It's a little breezy
around the state. I mean, it is a little breezy, but other than that, it's unusually warm. Usually it's a little cooler.
I mean, the wind's coming out of the south, so if you're watching on your screen, the wind's blowing from right to left. So going that direction, if you're offensively going from your left to right, could pose some issues for these quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks experienced in Caden Pendleton of Kimberly, Matthew Scheckelman of Appleton North. They can sling it all over this field, so it will be interesting to see. I don't think it's terribly windy, but it's certainly gusty. But yeah, you talk about a state quarterfinal game early November, Ricardo. We've been in weather conditions much worse than this, so I think everybody is happy that it's a fairly warm evening, all things considered.
By the way, talking about that Kaukauna boys volleyball team that just got swept by Westosha Central, unfortunate ending for the Ghosts. They had lost 4 sets all year.
Wow.
4 sets all season long as the number 1 ranked team. They lost 3 in a row to Westosha Central.
Surprised when you told me that. I hadn't kept up with what was going on the boys' side. I just figured it was almost a done deal.
But my point is, Brett, you never know.
Yeah.
Postseason, it doesn't matter. Just get to the games, play the games, and we'll see how it unfolds.
Trent Mullen and Matthew Reichel to receive this opening kick. Kimberly going to kick things off. By the way, thanks as always to Kimberly Athletic Director Ryan McGinnis, always making sure we're set up. The guys here upstairs work with Kimberly schools. Always fun to talk with those guys as well before the game. And I got to give another shout out as that ball sails out of the end zone. 1st and 10 coming up for Appleton North on its own 20-yard line. A shout out to Mike Van Thal, longtime JV boys basketball coach over here. Their family used to run a bakery, Van Thal's Bakery, downtown Kimberly.
Yes.
And no longer, but he brought us some of the world-famous Van Thal triple chocolate donuts for us to sample at the end of the game. So
Brett,
thank you.
That goes right to my hips.
Thank you, Mike, for that. So that was an unexpected treat. We were kind of razzing him a couple weeks ago. That's all I hear about how good those triple chocolate donuts are. So Cal Martini, Ricardo, first carry of the night. Maybe a yard, and we're underway.
Martini, it seems like he's been running forever for the
Martini, Scheckelman, Pendleton. I mean, it seems like they've these. We're going to miss these guys, aren't we?
Got a quick switch to my pencils, Brett. I ran out of lead here.
2nd down and I guess 9 for Appleton North. Scheckelman, he's got time, fires over, and just a little too far in front of as Martini, his intended receiver, trying to hit Martini in the flat. So this is what you want if you're that Kimberly defense. 3rd and 9 coming up. we'll keep an eye on what's going on in that Franklin-Bayport game. Don't sleep on Bayport.
No, and I told Hogue that. He agreed. He said at this point, all the teams are great.
Well, Bayport's really going, really kind of flying under the radar, I think, for a 10-1 team. That's kind of rare. Scheckelman drops back. He's going to pump fake, slings it downfield. He's got a receiver. Dropped it. Oh, my.
Can't have that.
Oh.
Brett, that's a potential touchdown right there. These are the kind of things that you've seen Appleton North throughout their matchups, Brett. They're not taking advantage of opportunities.
Wow.
That was, in my opinion, 6 points.
It looked like it, didn't it? That was number 16, Owen Hager, the junior wideout. You feel so bad for him. And I thought Scheckelman, Ricardo, did a nice job. First of all, the offensive line gave him a lot of time, but Scheckelman with a little pump fake looking to his right at first, maybe swaying that defense over, rolling coverage just a tad, and then had one-on-one, and Hager had his guy beat, just couldn't come up with it. Fourth down punting situation. Look where Kimberly's going to get field position as Jackson Wilds lines up right at the 50-yard line. Oh, whoa, high punt, very short punt. Everybody's going to have to get away with it. Then it takes a Kimberly bounce. Look at this, Ricardo. Inside the 25. Looks like they're going to mark it officially at the 23-yard line. That's where Kimberly's taking over.
Again, this is a potential 14-point swing, right? If Kimberly's able to put this into the end zone, you're talking about being down 7-0 when it could have been 7-0 your other way. And then, Kimberly probably starting in a more modest field position after the kickoff. Little things like this, they don't kind of show up in the box score, Brett, but boy, oh boy, do they play huge in a game like this.
Oh, I guess. Pendleton now waiting for the snap with Oberman next to him, and the handoff is to Oberman, and got a nice push by that offensive line near the 20-yard line. About a 3-yard carry for Oberman. Got an early tweet from Josh Young. He said he's going to hook us up at Mom and Pop's Bakery in Kimberly. Just let him know. Yes.
Here we go.
By the time we're out of here, we're going to have donuts all over the place. That's going to be perfect for the weekend coming up. Thank you, Josh. Lemon, triple chocolate. I'm good with any of those. Second down. Oberman again. Look at Oberman. Gets to that second level. Ricardo again, patient, looking for that lane, but so elusive. Just when it looks like he's bottled up, just a little jab step almost to his right, finds that open seam, and that's a first down inside the 15-yard line. Ball is going to be, looks like at the 12.
Where's this ball? At the 11, Brett?
12-yard line. Pendleton lets a little push pass to Oberman, trying to get around the edge and gets a little something. You got to credit number 57, Nathan Schopp, the senior defensive lineman, making it a little bit more difficult for Oberman on that little push pass. Looks like a yard. Ball will be at the 11. Ricardo, 2nd and 9 coming up for the Papermakers.
Just underway here at Papermaker Stadium. Kimberly in the red zone. 2nd down and 9.
Blake Berry, his first touch. Again, breaking some tackles inside the 10. Very big 3rd down coming up. Ball is going to be at the 9. So 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do like Appleton North has not allowed any big plays. I know there's a first possession for Kimberly, but they've been very stout here on this collection of downs. Third and 7. See big old Sean Barant coming in at
noticing that
tight end.
Checking that out too. So let's see what Steve Jones has dialed up as Pendleton waiting for the snap. He's got it, looking to his left, nowhere to go, throws it, and just threw it away. Good coverage by Appleton North, and decision time now for Steve Jones.
You got to kick the field goal.
Yeah,
here.
I see Cam Zeeble coming out. So credit Appleton North after that short punt, doing a good job of keeping Kimberly out of the end zone on this first possession by the Papermakers.
What are they calling, a 28-yard field goal
That's
attempt?
going to be 26. The ball's going to be marked at the 16, Ricardo. So 16-yard attempt for Zeeble, and that's good. Kimberly gets points, Ricardo. That's kind of an early victory for that Lightning defense, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. With 8:59 left, the Zabel 26-yard field goal gives the Papermakers a 3-0 lead.
Appreciate everybody checking us out tonight on all of our websites, Facebook pages. Post Crescent, of course, and Green Bay, we've got it. Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, the 41 corridor, as we call it, all the Facebook pages, and our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. Appreciate that as well. Looking at the series here, Ricardo, Kimberly leads 19-10, but the Papermakers have won 11 straight meetings. In fact, the last time.
That includes a couple of playoff matches, too.
Yeah. Last time North has beaten Kimberly was the 2012 season, a 22-19 victory in Week 6 at Paul Engen Field. So it's been 9 years. Wow, nowhere to go. That was Reichel with his first touch of the night. The Lightning's last win here at Papermaker Stadium came back in 2011, 10 years ago. That was a 24-17 win in Week 7.
Loss of 1 yard for Reichel there, second down 11 at the 20 for Appleton North. Again, they're going into the wind. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brett?
That is correct, yes. Wind coming out of the south. And boy, that Kimberly defense, Ricardo, making it very tough on these first 2 touches in this drive for Appleton North. So 3rd and long now coming up again. What, 3rd and maybe 6th, 7? Let's see where they spot this.
Be a 3rd and 5, huh?
Yeah, it's actually going to be at the 26, so not as long as I actually thought initially where he was stopped.
It's a manageable down for Appleton North, so let's see what Sheckelman has.
Looking left the whole time, nowhere to go. He's going to tuck it in, and Brandt wrestles him down, but he got the first down. Good job by Sheckelman just to use his legs, and we've seen that. He's a good runner, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, needed 5, got 6. Brett, that's one of the things that we've seen from Sheckelman throughout his entire career as a passer, that he can, go with the legs if he needs to.
He doesn't force the throw either, does he? If he doesn't see it's there, he's going to tuck it in, and he's got a big offensive line to go behind, and does a good job playing in front of the chains. A fresh set of downs for the Lightning. And there's a handoff to Martini. Boy, bottled up. Kind of saw that a little bit last week, too, when we streamed the Appleton North Nina second-round game. I thought the Rockets did a pretty good job most of the game of really controlling that North run game.
Then it started coming out small chunks.
Yep.
To keep that 20-play drive alive, Brett.
20-play drive, yeah, in last week's 28-7 win by the Lightning, but also, too, Sheckelman making some big plays on third down like we just saw, and even a fourth down conversion last week as well. Sheckelman,
beautiful
nice pass,
play.
Yep. And that is a good pitch and catch to Alex Herron.
Turf monster got him a little bit there.
But another first down. So good job by Sheckelman, a couple first downs, and now getting into a little bit of a rhythm.
$12-yard gain on that pass play, Brett.
Last time these two teams met, that was week 4. Kimberly winning 26-20, a game we also streamed. Lightning led 24-10 at halftime, but Caden Pendleton's 14-yard touchdown pass to Isaac Deckent late in the third quarter gave the Papermakers a 19-14 advantage. And ultimately a lead they would never relinquish. Sheckelman, he's got time. He's going to tuck it back in and run, and does the nice job just to slide to avoid some contact there. But he's in Kimberly territory.
Oh, he has time, though, to throw.
Yeah.
So he had time to go through his progressions there, Brett, then decided to just take it himself on the run. But I think that's a promising thing to see right now from the Appleton North offensive line.
Gives Kimberly defense something else to think about as well. Not only do you have some good receivers to try to bottle up and a good running attack to contend with, but now you got a quarterback that can move as well. Got Josh Young letting us know. Thanks, Josh. Franklin 7, Bayport nothing in the first. Definitely want to keep an eye on that one as Martini looking for the first down. He's got it. And another first down, the third one on this drive for Appleton North. Yeah, in that Week 4 game, Pendleton threw for 245 yards and 2 touchdowns on 16 of 23 passing. Also ran for 62 yards. Colin Oberman led the way for the Papermakers, 88 yards rushing as Kimberly finished with 172 yards on the ground overall. Owen Polakowski had a big night, 5 catches, 136 yards and a score, a 48-yarder in the first quarter that gave Kimberly a 7-0 lead. And I'll mention some of the Appleton North stats from that Week 4 game. And little option pitch to Martini. Woo!
Oh, get him going, huh?
Yeah. There's a collision. Martini against number 42, Connor Scheissel, the junior linebacker. Yeah, Matthew Sheckelman in that Week 4 game, 174 yards and 2 touchdowns on 15 of 27 passing for the Lightning. Cal Martini had 75 rushing yards and a touchdown on 12 carries. Appleton North wound up with 136 yards on the ground. Alex Herron, 6 catches for 63 yards and a touchdown.
Second down and 3 right here for Appleton North. Nice pitch again from Sheckelman to Martini.
And a nice drive, Ricardo, and it really taken their time. Again, Sheckelman, and he's on his feet. He's got more than enough for the first down. They're finding a little something with the quarterback running the ball, Ricardo.
Absolutely. What's this at the 22-yard line? So that's a 14-yard gain for Sheckelman. Brett, this drive is already on its 10th play.
3 third down conversions, or I should say 3 first downs.
Yes, on third down.
Correct. You're keeping the play sheet. I'm manning the scoreboard.
But again, I thought this was the way we talked on the podcast about this, Brett, the RB Show podcast, that this was the way that maybe their formula, right, to win is these long drives, keeping that Kimberly offense off the field and just pound and pound it, take time off that clock.
Right. There's Reichel, his carry to about the 20-yard line, so a 2-yard run. Yeah, you look at this quarter, almost just 3 minutes left in this one.
Yeah, Brett, this drive started with 8 minutes and 54 seconds left, so right now we're getting toward the 5-minute mark of length. I should say 6-minute mark. Taking their time, triple receiver set far side. That Heron near side. Second down and 8 at the 20 for Appleton North.
Sheckelman, little option pitch to Martini.
Ooh,
good
nice
block. Good block by Pop, who frees Martini. Number 19, Caden Pop. Beautiful block, the junior wideout, really creating an edge for Martini to bounce it outside. And that's another first down.
Where are they marking that, Brett? The 7?
That is, where the ball's being spotted at the 7-yard line. First and goal for Appleton North.
13 yards for Martini. 6 carries, 32 yards already for him. First down, goal to goal at the 7. A nice drive again by Appleton North. Kimberly hasn't allowed any big plays, but it's been methodical.
Martini, maybe a yard, maybe 2. Let's see where they spot it.
But here's the thing. You got to get touchdowns here if you're an Appleton North coach, right, and fan. We can't try doing field goals here. To beat the Kimberly Monster, you got to get touchdowns.
2-yard gain there for Martini. So 2nd and goal at the 5. Yeah, I'm almost better when they kind of spread out that formation, Ricardo, and give him a Scheckelman. There's an option pitch to Martini, but good pursuit. Ball's going to be at the 3. 3rd and goal coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if I think that play might have outlived its usefulness now. That's about the 4th time they've ran that.
Yeah, there's a flag down as well, so let's see what this call is.
Oh, if this is holding, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough. All right, Brett. What was that?
I've never seen an official kind of wave his arms.
All right,
like
Ken, the official.
Now he's going to go over to talk to.
It's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay, he's talking to Rob Somm, the Appleton North coach over there, explaining what went wrong. But that's a big, big call.
Does that take it down to the 20?
That backs it up to 18-yard line.
Okay.
So that's 2nd and
goal to
3rd.
goal.
Is it 2nd and goal or 3rd? Yeah, 2nd and goal.
Oh, boy. See, this is what I'm talking about. Appleton North continually shoots itself in the foot. But in the very least, it does spread things out a little bit more. I guess that's the only silver lining.
No, it's actually 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal.
They lost. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at the down marker. They had it wrong. So 3rd and goal from the 18. Scheckelman. Play, but watch out. Trying to set up a screen for Reichel on the far side. He's slipping some guys down inside near the 5-yard line. So decision time for Rob Somm. What does he want to do with 4th down?
Is it 4th and 5?
4th and goal coming up. Ball's going to be at the 5-yard line.
Nice play to get some of that yardage back. They're going for it. Boy, conservative Ricardo would say just shoot the field goal right here, right?
Well, I believe Pop's their field goal kicker, right? Their place kicker, and he's got a good leg. Now listen, look, 45 seconds to go. Well, the ball's been spotted, so I don't know if they were trying to maybe hoping they could run out the quarter and then maybe kick the ball with the wind at their backs. But I wonder if North's going to have to call a timeout here.
Yeah, they've got to be close to.
Now the official by the goal post has his arm raised. Now they're at the line, so I think they've got time. They're going for it. Scheckelman looking, he's running, looking, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown! Alex Heron from 5 yards out. That is a gutsy call, and what a play by Scheckelman, Ricardo. He just scrambled, kept it alive, and Heron was wide open and threw a dart to number 10.
I'll tell you what, I thought Scheckelman was going to run that in himself.
Yeah.
He saw there's a little bit too much traffic, waited as long as he could, got it over to Heron, and what a big touchdown for Appleton North, taking the 6-3 lead with the possible 7th point added on the extra point.
Pop's PAT is good. And with 14 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter, a look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Appleton North on the 5-yard touchdown pass from Matthew Scheckelman to Alex Heron. Lightning leading 7-3. And how about Ricardo? 3rd and goal from the 18. That screen pass set that up. A 13-yard screen pass made it 4th and goal from the 5, and Rob Somm, the Appleton North coach, says we're going for it. And they convert. I thought Scheckelman was going to get dropped, and there's that experience, right? The not flinching. Been through these moments, been through a lot of big games, and just kept it alive, and there he saw number 10 in the back of the end zone. So a heck of an answer. You think about how this game started, a missed opportunity on a big pass play, a short punt. Kimberly had a very short field, and that North defense limiting the Papermakers to a field goal and then responding with a really nice drive and punching it in.
Brett, we have a score here from our buddy Dom Hillesheim, former Menasha player. He's down in Chicago, but he's listening to the Luxembourg radio broadcast of Menasha and Luxembourg Casco. He says Menasha up 7-0.
Okay.
7-0 over the Spartans with 2:49 left in the first. 30-yard touchdown run by A.J. Korth. Thank you, Dom, my friend.
Boy, that Menasha offense is humming right now with between Korth and the kid who had, 400 yards last week.
Devontre Smith?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nasty combination. We both picked Menasha to win.
And that's no disrespect to Luxembourg Casco. It's a fine team over there.
All right, 1st and 10 now for the Papermakers. Let's see how Kimberly responds, trailing 7-3 as Pendleton with a little pump fake going deep downfield, looking for, Polakowski, and boy, double coverage there. That's a risky throw.
I like the aggressiveness, though. Why not go for it on 1st down? Maybe catch, Appleton North napping just a little bit. See if I can get some of these other scores, BC. Big games all around the state.
Final 8 in all 7 divisions. Looking forward to next week as well. We'll be streaming somewhere.
Some Prairie's all tied up.
Yes.
7-7.
That's against Middleton, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't forget about McQuantico and Muskego.
That's a big one. Hope to get some updates from that as well.
Pendleton 2nd and 10 now as Blake Berry's with him. And Pendleton fires over to Winnick. And Winnick fighting for some yards. He'll be short of the 1st down as we switch sides. Good game going on here at Papermaker Stadium. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this short message. Welcome back to Papermaker Stadium. 7-3 Appleton North with the lead as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. First play of the 2nd quarter coming up. It's going to be a 3rd and 2 for the Papermakers. Ball at the 41-yard line. And big play coming out of this little timeout is Pendleton. Now he's going to tuck in, and he's got the 1st down. So Pendleton saying to Matthew Scheckelman, hey, if you can run, so can I.
So 1st down takes it right to the 44. Oh, Brett, looks like we have another update from that Menasha Luxembourg Casco. Kick's no good, but Luxembourg Casco does score a touchdown, so they're down 7-6.
Yeah, well, I said it in the podcast. Luxembourg Casco is no joke. That's a legit, really, really good team with a couple guys that can really hammer the ball as well. They got a nice quarterback. That should be a fun game. Well, it should be fun games around at this level, right? And we got a false start against Kimberly.
Kicks it back to the 39-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Papermakers. Again, this is their 2nd offensive series of the day. Appleton North, time of possession-wise anyway, Brett really controlled that 1st quarter.
Ooh, Pendleton threw it, Boyd, right when he was just getting hit. Nice throw to Polakowski and gets a chunk of that yardage back and more. Hey, I gotta put out the stat that I always enjoy reading because it's just ridiculous every time we do a Kimberly football stream. Papermakers, over the past 115 games, now that dates back to the 2013 season, a record, overall record, 111-4. That's a .965 winning percentage. Think about 111 wins and 4 losses over their past 115 games. That's nuts.
2nd down and 6. Barry off the right side.
Yeah, and he's going to be just shy of the first down. 3rd and 1 coming up. Of course, the Papermakers had a string of 6 straight state championship game appearances from 2013 through 18. 5 straight state titles. 2013 through 17, the first in D2, and then the next 4 in D1. Of course, that stretch also includes the state record 70-game winning streak. But Ricardo, 111-4.
That's pretty good.
That is.
Is that good?
And we've talked about they're doing this in the FEA, and they're doing this at the Division I level. So unreal. As Barry looking for the first down, he's got it. And now Kimberly kind of doing the Appleton North what North did in its previous drive, right? Just moving the chain, taking some time off the clock.
Ball's at the 46 of Appleton North, so 1st down and 10 for Kimberly. They're down 7-3. Again, they were able to get a field goal from Zabel. 26 yards for their score in the first quarter. Early in the first quarter, I should clarify.
And Pendleton, he's got time. Nope, watch out, and dropped. That's big old 91 there for the Lightning. Caleb Monroe, senior defensive lineman, 6'4", 217 pounds. He gets the sack.
The player down for Appleton North as well, Brett.
Looks like number 57. That's Nathan Schopf, Schopf, the senior defensive lineman. A really good player for Rob Salmon, that Lightning defense. And he's in some pain. Hate to see it. We saw one of their other really good players. Was it Brennan Cate, number 32, the senior linebacker? Yeah. He left the game last week against Neenah. He was doing some nice things. We'd call his name a few times over the live stream season as well. And hopefully Nathan is good, gets up on his feet. Good to see him walking off. Good player.
It's a 2nd down and 12 situation, Brett, for Kimberly on that sack. Again, they're down 7-3. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, 11 meetings in a row Kimberly has won, but that's how this series has been defined. It's all been streaks. Appleton North won 4 straight before the Papermakers' current streak. Appleton North actually won the first 2, then Kimberly peeled off 5 straight. Then Appleton North won 4 in a row. Kimberly then 3 straight. Then North with 4 in a row, and then Kimberly now with 11. Back and forth. So 2nd down and 12 for Kimberly here as Pendleton waits. Oberman next to him, and Oberman has it, looking for a seam. Boy, hit hard. Number 23, one of the guys, Brock Somm.
Forward, though, to the 40.
Yeah, Oberman doing a good job, but number 23, Brock Somm, this junior defensive back, 6'2", 184 pounds. That's a good collision there. Ball at the 40-yard line, 3rd down coming up.
Boy, they're scoring all the time over there in Menasha, Brett.
Uh-oh.
Devontre Smith, 57-yard touchdown run. That was on 4th down, 14-6. Menasha leads with 11:06.
Boy, they got
in the second quarter.
Some speed, huh?
Boy, that one's gonna be a good one.
3rd down here, 3rd and 4 for Kimberly. Ball at the 40-yard line as Pendleton waits. He's got it. Hand off to Oberman, looking for a running lane, and I think he's got the first down. Trying to push that pile. It's going to be close. Let's see where they mark it.
I think he has it. We'll see what the officials do with the marking. They going to measure?
Yeah, he's
they're giving it to him.
They're giving it to him. Okay. I thought maybe they're going to bring it out and see how close he was, but just enough, and another first down for now a long drive by Kimberly. Ball at the 36. Blake Berry now. Nothing fancy here, is it, Ricardo?
No, but it's always moving forward,
yeah.
that line. So that's a 4-yard gain. But, I mean, 2 of them were just being pushed forward. 2nd down and 6. Let me see what other things are coming in. Catholic Memorial takes a 7-0 lead on Denmark. Thank you to Oshkosh Herald Sports. I think that might be Steve Clark over there helping us out. Recent employee now of Oshkosh Herald. Waunakie's up 17-0 over Menominee. Into the first quarter, Sun Prairie and Middleton tied at 7.
Freedom and the Dells scoreless after 1 quarter, thanks to Josh Young. 2nd and 5, ball at the 31-yard line for Kimberly here. Pendleton hands off to Berry again. Nice little hole. Finally wrestled down. And a 3rd down coming up again for Kimberly.
They're marking that at the 29, so it'll be a 3rd and 3. This is also a very long drive, Brett. Let me count this up.
4 down territory at this spot as well.
I'd imagine that would be the case. 12th play. This will be the 13th play of the drive, Brett. Excuse me. 12th play. There was a false start in there.
Third and 3, ball at the 29-yard line. And Oberman there with Pendleton. Pendleton moving the back over, and it looks like Steve Jones, I think, wants to talk things over, so a timeout in what's been a very fast-moving second quarter. A lot of runs, and gives me an opportunity, Ricardo, to let everybody know that we've got a great deal right now going on a digital subscription to the Post-Crescent, all of our USA Today Network Wisconsin sites. Folks, come on now. For the next 6 months, you can get all the benefits included with a digital subscription for just $1. Come on, get up there and sign up. With just 6 months, $1. That includes full access on your desktop, tablet, mobile devices every day. Also includes the e-edition, which is a digital replica of the print edition. Folks, please help play a vital role in supporting local journalism that you and your community can trust. Learn more details and sign up right now. Again, 6 months, $1. Go to postcrescent.com/subscribe. And if you're watching in a different community, that's greenbaypressgazette.com/subscribe or thenorthwestern.com/subscribe.
Yeah.
6 months, $1, Ricardo.
Can't beat it.
I feel like we're salesmen, but that is
it's a price of a Snickers bar.
By the way, not even.
That Oshkosh Herald Sports is Dustin Reese, not Steve Clark. So thank you, Dustin, for that update. Keep them coming. We got another update from that Menasha game, Brett.
Pendleton, nice little ball fake, and Pendleton off to the races. And boy, nice job just keeping it himself. It almost looked like there was a little bit of a juggle with that ball. I don't know if he was supposed to hand off or if that was completely designed.
Take it right down to the 10. Is that what they're marking it?
Yeah, right at the 10. So 1st and goal coming up. But in any event, it works. A big 3rd down run, and the Papermakers 10 yards away from their first touchdown of the night.
Fumble by Luxembourg-Casco, but Menasha now takes over in Luxembourg-Casco territory.
Ooh. That's up in Luxembourg, too.
Yes.
So Seth Myron now at quarterback for the Papermakers, and Myron hands off to Blake Berry. Gets a hole inside the 5, down to the 4. And Myron going over to Steve Jones. Everything looks good with Caden Pendleton. He's standing right next to Jones as well. Rosie's saying that maybe Pendleton hurt his hand, but I see Jones giving Pendleton the play and Pendleton going right back in. So 2nd and goal, ball at the 4.
It's good to have Myron, though Myron has some experience playing, Brett. Pendleton missed a game or two with that bad foot. Remember that?
I do remember that. Hey, by the way, Franklin 21, Bayport zip in the second quarter. So there you go there. As Berry trying to get into the end zone, the push, he's going to be close, but just a little short. 3rd and goal coming up. Looks like they'll mark it at the 2.
Brett goes without saying, 4-down territory.
Oh, no doubt about it. What play are we on this drive now?
Oh, boy, you're making me count again?
Can you count?
I'm running out of toes.
Well, you count, and
okay.
We'll watch this play here. 3rd and goal at the 2. Blake Berry there with Caden Pendleton. Berry now goes out, splits wide. Pendleton keeps it, and he's short. He's short. Inside the 2, near the 1. 4th down coming up. Trying to spread out that defense a little bit, but Appleton North wasn't biting, and they bring down the quarterback.
Right.
Here's a big 4th down play.
Brett, this will be the 16th play of the drive.
16th, and maybe the most important here coming up. A chance for Appleton North to hold near the goal line. Let's see. Officially, ball still at the 2-yard line, so 4th and goal. Here we go.
Polakowski wide out. The rest close formation, though, Brett.
Yeah, Pendleton gives it to Barry. He's trying to push his way in, and let's see if the officials mark it.
Oh, they have him short, though. What are they marking here?
He's in. Wow, barely gets in. Blake Barry with the score. They had to kind of get all those bodies out, but boy, oh boy, that was close. That was close. But Barry's in. Boy, what a game we got going on here at Papermaker Stadium. We knew it was going to be a battle, and that's what we have right now. Cam Zeeble out for the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. With 2:54 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Now Kimberly with the lead as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Papermakers up 10-7 after that 2-yard touchdown run by Blake Berry.
St. Mary Springs leads Kenosha St. Joseph 9-6. Again, that's Dustin at Oshkosh Herald Sports. It's a big game for the Ledgers. I mean, I think I picked the Ledgers to get to the championship game.
How many plays was that drive? Did you say 16 or
16 plays.
16 play drive.
Let me see the yardage, too, on that. Should have been keeping count of that. That started at the 33, so 67 yards. Boy, that's methodical.
Well, 2 methodical drives. The 5-yard touchdown pass from Sheckelman to Heron with 14 seconds to go in the 1st quarter, and then now the 2-yard run. Blake Berry squeezing himself into the end zone. Another long touchdown drive. Winner of this one takes on either Franklin or Bayport. Right now the Sabres taking it to the Pirates. 21-zip in the 2nd quarter. Top-ranked Franklin.
Thank you to everyone watching on Vimeo and Facebook and on YouTube.
I think that was Jeremy Nelson, number 34, grabbing the kick. Yeah, we appreciate everybody checking us out tonight. Big viewing audience to be expected, especially at level 3, Ricardo.
State quarterfinals, not level 3. Stop it. That's something I have to talk to Steph Hauser about. Why do you call it
yeah, I know.
level 3? What are levels? You guys building a house here?
Easy now. Look at you trying to tell Steph how to run the WIAA. Huh?
My mom make me associate director. First down and 10, 36, Brett.
Yep, Sheckelman, little ball fake.
Oh, wide open.
Wide open is Martini. Off to the races. He goes.
He's going to score.
And he's in on one play. 64 yards. Wow. Little play action there, and Martini wide open, and look at the big guy with some speed to boot.
That's what you always forget, that he can hoof it. He's a big kid. He's built like a lineman, but he can run. And Brett, again, great protection.
Great play call, too.
For Sheckelman, yeah, great play call as well. And that's the way you answer if you're
I
Appleton
guess.
North.
Just like that, North back in front on a 64-yard pass from Sheckelman to Martini. Pops extra point is good. Took just one play for the Lightning to regain the lead, 14-10 as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard.
Yeah, and I'll update the Twitter. So if you follow me at PC Ricardo, Brett's at PC Brettsy, Rosie's at Metal Rosie.
I didn't see who that was for Appleton North, but once Martini had it, and he was maybe around the 30-yard line or so, maybe 25-yard line. It looked like he was putting his hand in the air like he knew this was going into the end zone, and Martini was not going to be caught. Sheckelman, Ricardo, doing a great job selling that play action right and really getting that defense kind of sucked in. And Martini wide open over the middle, and 64 yards later, that's Sheckelman's second touchdown pass of the night. And a great kick into the end zone, so a long field coming up for the Papermakers, who now trail 14-10 with 2:35 to go in this second quarter.
Delson Freedom still scoreless. And let me see what else we have here. Again, I'm checking my Twitter. It looks like Sun Prairie's up 14-7 over Middleton. Brett, where's that ball at? Right at the 20?
Right at the 20. Well, here's an opportunity, and you think about it. I believe Kimberly opens the second half with the ball as well.
They do.
So a chance to double up. Little screen pass set up. Oberman to watch out. Oberman's got some wheels too. Zagging his way. He's off to the races. Near sideline finally brought down, but look at that. Jack Budiak, the senior defensive back, getting in there to bring down Oberman, who almost busted one himself. But you talk about the great play action call. Nice little call here to open this drive. The screen pass. Kimberly at the 27-yard line.
That's a 53-yard pass play, Brett.
Jeez, we go from methodical drives to all of a sudden explosive plays.
Very efficient now. First down and 10 at the 27 for Kimberly. One receiver set. Barry off the right side.
Oh, boy. He's still on his feet. Finally brought down. Now suddenly the offensive fireworks are on display in this one. I think he's just shy of the first down, so 2nd and 1 officially, but it'll be less than a yard, it looks like.
Yeah, right at the 18-yard line, Brett. And if you're Appleton North, boy, oh boy, you got to try to hold the fort here, limit them to a field goal at the very least.
Well, as I said, all of a sudden, if Kimberly gets a score and then you come back and they get the ball to start the second half, North needing a stop on this series. Blake Berry gets enough for the first down inside the 15. Looks like they'll mark it at the 14-yard line.
And if you're Kimberly, you want to run out this clock too. don't leave Appleton North some time to do something crazy. I mean, we saw when the first or second play of the game, they had a touchdown that was dropped essentially right over the middle of the field. So they have big play capability. We saw that with the Martini catch and run.
Kind of interesting that in game 4, week 4, I should say, we were here streaming that one. It was a 14-10 lead at the half for Appleton North. And here we have the same score. Let's see what Barry can do. Brought down at about the 10. 2 timeouts remaining for Kimberly.
Second down and a long 6, Brett, here for Kimberly. Clock ticking right toward the 1-minute mark left in the first half.
I guess officially they're going to say it's at the 11, not in between the 11 and 10. So let's see what Pendleton has here as he hands off to Oberman, and not a whole lot there. And I wonder if Steve Jones wants to call a timeout. And it looks like that is going to be the case. So with 42 seconds to go, Kimberly burns its second timeout, now facing a third down.
Yeah, third down and 3, Brett. So, again, 42 seconds left. What you want to do if you're Kimberly is score that touchdown, but leave no time or very few seconds on the clock. Check the scoreboard here a little bit, see if we can get some updated scores for all of our viewers. Still no score between the Dells and Freedom.
Give Wisconsin Dells some credit, huh?
I gotta have to start giving it to them. I agree with you.
You were blasting them last week going against Berlin.
I thought Berlin would get that win. I really did. Wanakee, we still know this leads 17-0. Now Franklin's up 28-0, Brett. Bayport getting worked right now.
Yeah, top-ranked team in the state, looking like they're going to move to the state semifinals in Division I, and we'll see, though. 3rd and 4, ball at the 8 for Kimberly here. Pendleton has it. He's looking, trying to set something up.
Oh, wide open.
He missed him. He had it.
Was that Barant?
It was. Barant was wide open, just kind of a wayward throw, and I think, Zeebel's going to have to come out and kick the PAT. Ooh, it was there.
Missed opportunity to Brett, and those are the ones that just you really got to think up. You really got to let go. I know you got to think about it a little bit, like, oh, I just missed that pass, but you're near halftime, just let it go now. It's over. Get the field goal. You're down 1 point, you hope, heading into the half.
Looks like a 25-yard attempt for Zeebel here. Good job by Myron. And it is hit the crossbar. So nothing. It was kind of a high snap. Myron got the ball down quick, but it might have distorted the operation a little bit. Kick was low, hits the crossbar. Nothing for the Papermakers. And that's a big stop.
It is. And if you're Kimberly, you got to quickly recover from this. Got a few seconds left here. 34 seconds left for Appleton North, Brett. But either way, Appleton North got to feel pretty good about yourselves right now.
Well, how aggressive does Rob Somm want to be with 34 seconds to go and 3 timeouts?
You also got to be wary of a possible turnover here, Brett, too. That would flip momentum.
That's what I'm saying. How aggressive do you really want to be in this situation? Let's see. Looks like they're just going to, I bet you're going to hand off to Martini. Little toss to Martini, trying to get something. And being careful with the football, isn't he, as he is brought out of bounds with 24. Nope, next clock is going to keep running. I take that back. So that might just be the last play of the half.
That will be the halftime score, Brett. Great first half. Very entertaining first half.
Ooh. Time for us to catch our breath here. This is going to be a heck of a battle here in the second half. Halftime here, folks, at Papermaker Stadium. A quick look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard shows the Lightning leading the Papermakers in this Division I state quarterfinal. We'll talk more about tonight's game and what we have coming up digitally at USA Today Network Wisconsin after these short messages.
This is a big turnover.
Welcome back to Papermaker Stadium. Again, a look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Lightning on top, 14-10 here at halftime of the Division I state quarterfinal showdown between the rivals from the Fox Valley Association. Again, thanks to our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison proudly provides the people and businesses of Northeast Wisconsin with exceptional banking services and trusted financial guidance delivered by friendly experts. Again, also thanks to our apparel sponsor, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Contact them today, 920-731-0922. Send them an email, Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at sbcglobal.net. Last thing, folks, USA Today Sports Plus is the new sports app that puts the fans first. Get the latest scores, stats, and standings, and enjoy interactive experiences with our award-winning sports writers. Download USA Today Sports Plus from the Apple or Google Play stores today. USA Today Sports Plus, fan harder.
Brett, interesting. A.J. Korth out with an injury.
The Menasha quarterback
game. Again, Dom Hellesheim is giving me the updates. He's listening to it. He's listening to it in Chicago. Works for the Bears, by the way.
Okay.
But, yeah, he's giving me updates. I guess Luxembourg Casco. Devontae Smith right now is running the Wildcat for them. Fumbled on the second play or first play of his Wildcat debut. Now Luxembourg Casco's in position to at least pull to win 14-13.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
14-6 right now.
That's a big deal, and that certainly could very well change the complexion of that one when you lose a kid as talented as A.J. Korth. Hopefully he can get back into the game and help Menasha out, but that's a good battle there. Good battle here, Ricardo. We'll talk about this one in a little bit, but we have a lot of stuff to get to. Of course, we have another busy week ahead, and it all kicks off on Monday. You saw the promo there. Clubhouse Live with Green Bay Packers wide receiver Alan Lazard. That's our player co-host this season. Takes place Mondays at 6:30 at the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill inside the Paper Valley Hotel, downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. I also co-host. So does Ricardo.
Yes.
You know, he's a Bears fan.
Bears.
But good time getting to meet Alan this season. And this week's guest will be rookie right guard Royce Newman. Good-looking rookie who's got, Ricardo, a good-looking mullet. So it's going to
be he does.
Offensive line night coming up, and that should be a whole lot of fun. Show is free, first come, first seated, and we give away some cool prizes. You can register to win an ultimate tailgate party, which we are giving away actually next week. If you can't make it to a show in person, you can also watch it live online. All of our websites, all of our Facebook pages, including clubhouselive.com and facebook.com/PackersNews, facebook.com/ClubhouseLive, and our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel as well. So again, and you can ask questions in real time. I tell you what, Ricardo, it's been an interesting 2 weeks, to say the least, for the Green Bay Packers. I think everybody's looking forward just to watching a football game for a change on Saturday and letting kind of all the
on Sunday, you mean?
Or on Sunday, I should say, Sunday afternoon, all the extracurriculars, all that noise, kind of get pushed to the back burner here a little bit. But maybe Alan can kind of help us out with that as well on Monday night.
Very, very true. Brett, I just had another update on that Menasha game. So Isaac Vandenbush in for a 6-yard touchdown run. Menasha still leads 14-13 with 44 seconds left in quarter number 2. That one might come down the wire, especially if A.J. Korth is out for that game.
Wednesday, well, this week coming up, I guess are you going to have the R&B show one-on-one, or are we going to do another podcast?
Well, it depends. I'll see what will happen. Now, the R&B show one-on-one is where I talk to sports personalities from the Valley. Our first 2 episodes were with Bruce Moriarty, Hall of Fame Nina girls volleyball coach, and the last one we did was Lucky Works.
Yeah.
Great Kimberly boys basketball coach and Osco Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Famer. Depends on what if I'm able to get someone into the podcast room to talk with me. If not, we can always do another RB show, Brett, because it will then be state semifinal level for football.
Whatever you want to do.
We could recap all the great stuff that's happening with volleyball as well. It's coming down to crunch time. We have plenty to talk about no matter what we do, Brett. So just keep it. I'll let everyone know if I'm able to do either or. But either way, Brett, there's going to be some great content going on in terms of the R&B show. Every Wednesday night, though, for sure, I know we'll have some student athletes coming in for the Varsity Roundtable this past week. It was Nina Championship Week. We had Ava Duncern coming in from the Nina girls tennis team, champion Division I tennis team. And then we had Austin Henderson boys cross-country runner, finished number 1, Brett, in the Division I cross-country race. Both of those kids were in, talking about their championships, I should say. So we expect to see more of the same. Maybe if Appleton North wins the girls volleyball championship, we'll have Appleton North back on. I even told the Luxembourg Casco girls volleyball team, hold on a second, if you girls win, I might have one of your girls come on to the show as well. Might be another week of championship week, or we could just go with football as well. We won't know until early next week, Brett.
Yeah, so Varsity Roundtable at 7 o'clock Wednesdays on postcrescent.com, facebook.com/postcrescent, and as always, our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. Again, folks, subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe, again, to us. You get full access, unlimited digital access. Next 6 months for just $1. Go to postcrescent.com/subscribe. You can't go wrong. 6 months, $1. We appreciate your support. And then that takes us to next week, Friday. We will be streaming a state semifinal somewhere. It could be maybe Appleton North versus Franklin, Kimberly versus Franklin, Appleton North versus Bayport, Kimberly versus Bayport. So we'll see. We'll kind of see how it all shakes out by tonight. And one more live stream to go. And I'll let everybody know what's going on my Twitter account. So give me a follow, please, would you, at PCBrettC, PCBrettC. And remember, folks, you can access all of our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link.
Freedom up 7-0 over Wisconsin Dells. Listen to this. This is from our buddy Sean Davis over there at Portage, journalist for Portage Daily Recorder. I can't remember the full name of the Portage paper. He says the Chiefs forced to punt, give up a short field. The Chiefs, by the way, are Wisconsin Dells. Give up a short field. Freedom takes advantage. 4th and inches on a run. Carter Krewald punches it in from 3 yards out. Owen Van Camp kick. Irish up 7-0.
Carter Krewald, I'm assuming the son of Clint Krewald, the head coach, as you like to call him. The sheriff.
The sheriff. I like giving these updates up, Brett. I really do. Thank you to everyone who's been contributing, because I know everyone's interested at the state quarterfinal level to see who's going to get down to the Final Four. And update from girls volleyball.
Okay.
Our buddy Dan Wusso, our part-timer, he's there covering in place of me. He's covering Appleton North, and they beat Brookfield Central in the first set of the Division I State Girls Volleyball Semifinals. Brookfield Central, for those of you probably know, Appleton North just has a bevy of Division I players. They just have an outstanding roster. Now, Brookfield Central, roster probably not as deep, but they do have one of the very best volleyball players in the nation in terms of recruits, this McKenna Richer. Let me tell you, this girl is going to be an Olympian. She played on the United States national U18 team that was competing down in Mexico City. She going to Minnesota.
Okay, Golden
She is one of the top recruits. She had 32 kills yesterday in a 3-set match. I don't know if that's very difficult to do in 3 sets. Okay, usually you're looking at 10 to 12 kills in a she had 32, so she's kind of like the whole team. But that's what Brookfield Central has. But it looks like Appleton North got that first set win. So best of luck to them. Hopefully, I'll be covering them if they win. I'll be covering them tomorrow at 7 o'clock at the Resch Center. Earlier today, I covered Howard's Grove, by the way, over by the lake. They beat Oconto to move on to the D3.
They've got going. Jeez.
They're back-to-back defending state champs. And earlier this afternoon, Scott Vency, our guy up at Green Bay, he was covering Luxembourg Casco. They also advanced to the D2
Another great program.
finals. They're back-to-back defending state champs. So the Valley is really, really packed with great volleyball teams.
Great sports, period. We're never surprised, right? We always talk about the Fox Valley does not take a backseat to any other region in the state of Wisconsin when it comes to high school talent. That's why we're so lucky, fortunate to do what we do around here. And we see 2 of the best here tonight, 14-10, Appleton North with the lead over Kimberly. I guess, Ricardo, maybe some of your first half thoughts on this one. I guess it kind of reminds me of week 4 when we streamed them. Same halftime score, right? 14-10 Appleton North with the lead in that one. 2 very good teams going at it. 2 teams that missed opportunities. Appleton North early in the game, and then we saw right at the end of the half here a missed opportunity by Kimberly to put touchdowns on the board.
You know, you said earlier, Brett, before we went to live action, it might come down to that turnover. I have a feeling that's what this is going to be, because I think both teams are going to trade points. You know, one team might have, by near the end of the fourth quarter, a couple-point lead, but it's going to come down to whatever turnover is going to make the biggest difference. And if you're Kimberly, traditionally they have not had many turnovers, though Pendleton did have 3 picks last week. So, every game is different. Appleton North, we've seen this again and again from them. They're always competitive with Kimberly, but they always make that mistake. So which team isn't going to make the big mistake might turn out to be the winner of this game, Brett. I really like what I see from both teams, though. Yeah,
both teams have established the run, and you know that both coaches are going to have some tricks up their sleeves, I think, in the second half. These two programs know each other so well. So who's going to come out with that wow play, right, that really kind of fools everybody? And we almost saw it there at the end of the first half with Sean Barrett, big old 92.
Oh, that was a missed opportunity.
He wanted that ball, didn't he? He wanted to get in the end zone and missed opportunity there. But it happens as they're high school kids, high school sports, and it should be a fun 24 minutes.
Well, what I think, this is one thing that stood out to me, Brett, was Sheckelman's playing really, really well. And he's having time to throw the ball. Now, we have seen this active Kimberly defensive front really create havoc with that pass rush. Give Appleton North's line credit. They've been getting better and better every week. That's something that Coach Salm told me after their win last week, that, hey, these guys want to be known as one of the best offensive lines in the state. They got to go out and do it. What better way to do it is against your arch rival. Right now, they missed that long play to start the game, but he had all day to throw. I know it's, there's play action going on, too, with the Martini touchdown as well, but I really like what I see from Appleton North. Now it's a matter of just doing the job and not making mistakes.
I keep going back to, I think Rob Salm told you, maybe it was after the Week 4 game here that Kimberly won 26-20, but I think Coach Salm told you that we're close.
Yeah, they're close.
We're really close. They almost beat Franklin in Week 1, should have beat Franklin in Week 1, and came close to beating Kimberly here in Week 4. And a coach that wasn't panicked at all, said, okay, we got a couple losses against the top 2 ranked teams in the state, but they were close games. We're there. We're so close to being there, and maybe tonight's the night they finally do get over the hump.
Franklin, by the way, 28-0 lead over Bayport, and that was a game it's just because we don't really know what we have with Bayport. We saw them in the loss to De Pere. We kind of felt that that's not the Bayport team that we've seen in the past, BC. Right now they're getting whipped by Franklin. Maybe Franklin is that team that's getting better every week. Again, I talked to Kurt Hogue about their slim 10-7 win over Oak Creek.
That's a rivalry game, though.
That is a rivalry game, and he pointed that out, too. Yeah. He's like, they know each other.
Yeah.
And, Franklin did not play well. It's a week-to-week, kind of thing, especially in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, matchups are always a big deal. So conference, strength of schedule, all that stuff. But we'll see how it all plays out. We'll see which one of these two teams goes on to play either Franklin or Bayport. Again, as Ricardo said, the top-ranked Sabres in a comfortable lead over Bayport, 28-0 right now. So it is looking like Franklin could move on. You got some another update?
Well, Wanakee up 20-7 over Menominee. That's from our buddy Corey Jennerjohn, your buddy, listening in. I'm sure Freedom Irish, we know, leads 7-0 right now. And looking to see if I can update some of these other ones here. Big games going on around the state. I'd like to get that spring score as well.
Bob Hyland. Is he going to get back to state again, too?
It's just weird when he's not at state.
Bob Hyland's hat.
Yeah, that's his own Twitter account. Bob Hyland's hat. I'm going to check more on Twitter. Again, you can follow me at PC Ricardo, Brett at PC Brett, C, and Rosie at Metal Rosie.
Just checking the clock. Getting close to the end of the halftime proceedings here. Gives me an opportunity to run down the first half scoring. Kimberly got on the board first. 8:59 to go in the first quarter. A 3-0 lead on a 26-yard field goal by Cam Zeeble. Appleton North answered a 5-yard touchdown pass from Matthew Sheckelman to Alex Heron. That came with just 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. That kept a really long drive as well. 7-3 North with the lead. Then Kimberly, a 16-play, 67-yard drive on fourth down, a 2-yard run by Blake Berry. That was with 2:54 to play, gives Kimberly the 10-7 lead. And then the first play of Appleton North's ensuing drive, a 64-yard pass from Matthew Sheckelman to Cal Martini 14-10 is where we're at as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard.
I have a more complete scoreboard from around the state here, Brett. Here we go. At halftime, St. Mary Springs now up 23-6 over Kenosha St. Joseph. You would think that, and we'll look at this other score here. I think Springs and Darlington might meet in the semifinal. They beat Darlington earlier in the year, by the way. Appleton North, we know, 14-10 over Kimberly. Franklin again at the half, 20-0 over Bayport. Hartford Orioles, 14-7 over Pulaski. Now, that's an interesting thing. Hartford's quickly become the Cinderella of the whole tournament.
Winning some really close games in the playoffs.
A couple of one-point wins or very close wins. I know they beat – who did they beat last week? Was it De Pere?
It was De Pere, and then they beat Kaukauna the week earlier.
Week 1, and Hartford just living the charmed life over there. But congratulations to them, and they're going to do it. They're going to make it to the semifinals if this keeps up. Coleman, also in the Green Bay area, up 8-0 over Hurley. So those are the scores that I have so far. I'll see if I can track down some other ones that are maybe in the Milwaukee area. Of course, the one we want to know is McWanago.
Yeah, what's going on there?
See if I can dig that one up.
You either check Mark Stewart or Kurt Hogue, I guess, right?
No, because Kurt Hogue is covering volleyball.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Mark Stewart's at that one then.
I think Todd Rosiak actually was at that. I might have to. I think that's what he told me. Todd going back in time and covering high school stuff. He likes that stuff though.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy, and he needs a little breather from the Brewers beat, right? Ricardo's almost fainting here.
Right near the end of the second half, McWanago up 21-7 over Muskego.
So there you go.
That's Ganevak. And we know that he can build programs. He went down to Fond du Lac. Yep. Him and Steve Jorgensen helped build that Fond du Lac program. Great coach. You knew sooner or later he's going to turn around McWanago, Brett. And that we were laughing about that, me and Kurt Hogue, was because Todd Rosiak is a McWanago graduate.
Is he?
Yes.
I tell you, the Muskego, 2 straight state championship runs in full seasons. You know, I always like to qualify that because this last year, it was a season, but it kind of wasn't at the same time. There was no WIAA sanctioned tournament, if you will, either last fall or certainly in the alternate spring season. So I think Muskego won the last 2 full season state titles in Division I. So maybe a new champion will emerge this year. We'll see how that plays out as well. Third quarter about to get underway at Papermaker Stadium. The longest halftime ever is finally over.
It didn't feel that long. Now those cupcakes now I'm eyeing up those donuts.
Yes.
Donuts down here.
Those triple chocolate.
Those actually, yeah. Now I'm like, I could have one of those.
Well, we got Mike Van Thul from Van Thul Bakery, the longtime Kimberly Bakery, but Josh Young wants to give us some donuts too.
We'll see about that. They're bragging up on those donuts, so.
We should give him our office, 222 West College Avenue, downtown Appleton, right? That's where you can find the Post Crescent. All right, third quarter about to start. They got to reset the ball on the tee. It was Mother Nature not ready to get going here yet. 14-10 as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Lightning with the lead.
Oh, Middleton now leads Sun Prairie 17-14, Brett, near the end of the first half.
Both of those two teams surviving tough second-round games. Middleton, barely getting past Wisconsin Rapids, was it? And then Sun Prairie and Fond du Lac had a pretty good game last week as well.
Catholic Memorial 30-0 over Denmark.
Winnick has it, looking for some space, and about the 31-yard line is where the Papermakers will begin this second half. Now Kimberly with the wind to start this quarter as well, something to consider. It's blowing. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's enough.
Again, if you're Kimberly, come out here, run the ball. You have good receivers. You know, you don't have to do anything too crazy. Just be Kimberly. Be what you do, but no turnovers. And because, again, I think this game is going to come down to that mistake.
Ricardo, I think that's something you hit on. You got Owen Polakowski and Cam Winnick. Will Kimberly try to open it up here a little bit in the second half? Instead, it's Oberman and not much there. This is a big. I think this is a big spot for this Appleton North defense.
I agree.
This is an opportunity to set the tone here in the second half. You have a 4-point lead. Get off the field quick and get that offense back on. Last thing you want to do if you're Appleton North is a methodical drive or some sort of quick strike score, and then you're trailing again. Pendleton looking, fires to Oberman.
Boy,
hits Oberman in the flat, but he can move,
I was just
can
going to
he?
say, you get him out there in the flat and in space. That's tough. That really puts a pressure on your edge defenders.
Looks like, well, are they going to give, where are they going to spot this? They're going to say first down.
First down and 10 at the 41 for Kimberly.
It seems like, though, that Kimberly is setting something up for one of their receivers, right? You got Polakowski and Winnick as two sensational wideouts.
And we've seen those bombs, right? We've seen those kind of long pass plays really turn out favorably for Kimberly.
Hand off to Oberman. He's tripped up. I think that might have been, was that number 78 who got in there? Wes King, right? The senior.
Let me tell you, that's a good thing that happened, Brett, because there was a lot of middle ground. A lot of open field for Oberman there.
Yeah, no gain on that. So 2nd and 10 coming up.
You know, I have to send a shout out to our man Mike Sherry. He's actually down at camp. I forgot about Campbellsport in Mayville. That's a big one that's going on in D5. Mayville shocked, Brett. They shocked Lake Country Lutheran last week.
Yeah, Lake Country Lutheran, the Lightning. Mayville, that's Lucky Wirtz's old stomping grounds, isn't it?
Yeah,
Lucky's
absolutely
listening to us tonight.
2nd down and 9.
There's
nice.
Owen Polakowski wide open and a nice throw. Good tackle by number 20, Leo Fisher, the senior defensive back. But Polakowski had the first down. I think you need to see that. I think you need to kind of open this up a little bit, loosen up that defense, and make them think about these wide receivers that Kimberly has. And then maybe that opens up those seams a little bit larger for guys like Blake Berry and Colin Oberman.
Yeah, 15-yard play, Brett. But no one was around Polakowski there on that one catch. Nice play design. First down and 10 inside Appleton North territory.
Again, wow, watch out.
Oh.
High throw to Winnick.
That could have been dangerous,
yeah,
Brett.
It was close. Close to an INT. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line.
Lane Peterson said next staff meeting, Donut should be on you every week after the year we had, right? He started Lane Peterson with St. Mary Catholic. They had a great year playing 8-man football, Brett.
Yeah, the Zeph.
We hope to see you guys back on the 11-man squads, though. I think you guys will be able to compete.
Zephyr's a really nice facility, the turf field. Oberman has it. He's got a seam. Who is that down there? Number 53 for Appleton North. Brock Arndt, the sophomore linebacker, holding on for dear life. Didn't want Oberman to sneak through and helps bring him down. Ball at the 39-yard line. 4-down territory, I would think, at this spot in the field, Ricardo, if the Papermakers don't convert.
Yeah, we have to talk. I mean, we can talk about St. Mary Catholic a little bit. I think that, Peterson and Young, they're doing a great job of getting a winning culture there a little bit,
Yep.
And they had a fantastic 8-man schedule, really putting up some great yardage.
Beautiful school, again, beautiful facilities. Oberman with the toss, and it's going to be short by a couple of yards. So 4th down coming up for the Papermakers. Yes. I like that nickname, the Zephyrs.
4th down and 2. Well, I'll tell you what, their quarterback, Danny Griffith, throwing up the video game numbers. And I'll tell you what, they had too many kids in the enrollment, because I think they're also with Stockbridge. Valley Christian, I think. So they had too many to compete in the 8-man football tournament, which you got to be 200 and under enrollment. But I know they had that huge win over Oakfield, Brett, to win their conference. So, again, shout out to the Zephyrs football team. Hope to see you back in the 11-man game real soon.
4th and 2, ball at the 36 for Kimberly. Is Oberman going to take this snap? He does, looking for some space, and he's got it. Little wildcat action, and Oberman just taking the snap, looking for some sort of space by those big guys up front, blocking away, and they move the chains. That's a big 4th down.
Yeah, needed 2 yards, got 4, Brett, but Oberman on that direct snap. Again, a little patient. He waited for things to open up a little bit, Brett, but once he got through, he was able to get that first down. Again, a nice drive here for Kimberly. 8 plays. This is the 9th play coming up. It started back at the 31.
Yeah, you look at the clock, already 4 minutes into this quarter. Yeah, those kind of slow developing plays where you're waiting for the block. I'm sure if you're the coach, you're like, it's taking too long, right? We got to just get past the marker. So 1st and 10, Pendleton back in at quarterback. Blake Berry next to him there, and Berry takes the handoff. Good job with the tackle. There's number 53, Brock Arndt, the sophomore again, getting in there and bringing down Berry for no gain.
Slight loss, actually, for Berry. We'll call it 2nd and a short 11. And it's a 33. Need a couple more plays. If you're an Appleton North fan, you want to see a couple more plays from this defense, Brett. Kind of thwart this possible scoring drive for Kimberly.
Pendleton, little play action, trying to go back the other way. He's wide open. Winnick dropped it. It was there.
Brett, they had the Appleton North defense confused there. Great play design by Kimberly, but you got to finish.
That's 2 now, right?
Well, 1 for Appleton North and 1 for Kimberly.
But the Brandt one
that's true.
They missed on that one. Boy, Winnick was there. I don't know if Winnick just got a little turned around just a touch.
Oh, but great play design. Really fooled the Appleton North defense there, Brett. Ooh, those are the ones that you got to have. Again, big play so magnified at the state quarterfinal level.
3rd down and 10 for the Papermakers. Let's see what they can do here. Watch out. Screen setting up. Ooh. And there's going to be a procedure call against the Papermakers, so backing them up 5 yards.
I want to say that looked bad, but I think you're right, Brett. They're setting up a screen there, trying to catch or use that North aggression against itself there. So this makes it even more difficult here, Brett. So this is, if you're an Appleton North fan, you got to like where this is going. Now it's about coming up on defense and making those plays.
Kimberly, Ricardo, we're almost midway through this 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
Been a long time since we've seen the North offense on the field. Here's a big 3rd down for Pendleton. Good protection. Fires. Polakowski, he's open. And 4th down. Good tackle by number 25, Jack Budiak, the senior defensive back. 4th down coming up, but this 4th down will be a lot more manageable than that long 3rd down. What was it, 3rd and 15?
Yeah, it's at the 25. So it's a 4th and 4? Is it? No, 4th and 3.
Well, I think they're going to officially will say the 24-yard line. So maybe, 4th and 3 coming up? Yeah.
But, hey, Pendleton did a good job of finding his open receiver, Brett. That means a whole lot when you get it to 4th and 3 and not 4th and 9.
Number 92, Sean Brandt, coming in again.
Yeah, 2 receivers near side, Polakowski and Winnick. Power formation for the Makers.
Pendleton's going to roll, looking, and good throw. Do they have the 1st down? They do. Ooh. And that was that Polakowski? And they move the chains. Jeez. There's some high leverage stuff here going on right now.
Well, Brett, 3 yard. They needed 3 yards. They got 4.
20-yard line. Ball is spotted right there. So 1st and 10 coming up.
13th play of the drive, Brett.
I like that they had Pendleton on the running to his left. Everybody was crashing that way, and Polakowski with a nice big target knew where the marker was and got the 1st down. And maybe now, Ricardo, you're going to see Pendleton, who has it on his feet, still going.
Who took some hard hits.
Yeah,
there.
He took some shots, but he's inside the 15. Maybe I was going to say he can get into a little bit of a rhythm on some of those throws.
They're marking that at the 13.
Yes. So 2nd and 3 coming up. And here you are, Kimberly, again. We saw this towards the end of the first half. You're at this part of the field. You got to get it in the end zone.
Can't be kicking field goals right here.
No. A field goal doesn't give you the lead. Obviously, you like having some points, but in a game like this, You want to get that lead right back. Let's see what Kimberly can do here, 2nd and 3. Let's see what the North defense can do. Maybe they can get a big stop. Blake Berry brought down.
Hey, those cardiac Hartford Orioles up 21-7 over Pulaski at the half, Brett.
Ben Isom, the junior linebacker. Actually, number 32, did I see him out there? Is that Brennan Cade? Is he playing again tonight?
Well, you got the binoculars. I can't see that far.
He is out there. That's good to see. I remember he looked number 32, the senior linebacker. He had to leave the game last week against Nina, so good to see him back out there. He's a good player. 3rd down coming up. Ball at the 13. Pendleton's going to keep it, dives forward, and
I just saw a flag being thrown, Brett.
Ooh.
We'll see what it is.
We're going to get a hold against Kimberly, so that's going to back up the Papermaker. So 3rd and 3 becomes 3rd and 13.
Boy, that's not what you want to see this close to the end zone.
Keep in mind, Kimberly opened this quarter with the ball. They've had it for over 8 minutes, close to 8.5 minutes to start this quarter, and now you got another big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 13, ball at the 23-yard line.
Brett, Appleton North up 2-0 over Brookfield Central in that state semifinal for girls volleyball.
Looking like you're going to be at the Resch covering the Lightning again, huh? The girls trying to win another state title. Well, let's see what happens here. Going to be a big night for Appleton North athletics. Lightning up 14-10 in this one. Pendleton waits, looking downfield, and off the fingertips of number 10, Ethan Kreider. And now what do? You have to go for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is this out of Zabel's range? You wonder.
That'll be, what, a 41-yarder?
Zabel is a good kicker, but this might just be out of his range. But is a win behind him, though?
The win's behind him, but I think this is you go for it here. 4th down.
Well, Appleton North, this is what you want. This is where you want them. It's 3rd and long or 4th and long. This very well could be the play of the game when you think about the totality of how these teams are moving the ball.
Fourth and 13 for the Papermakers, ball at the 23-yard line.
16th play of the drive, Brett.
Pendleton.
Look out.
Downfield, nothing.
I
and
thought
North stops him.
I thought they were trying to set up a screen.
I did too, and then I saw where he was throwing the ball. It was not there. How about the Lightning coming up with a huge stop? Bend, but kind of not even bend a lot, but bend a little bit, but don't break, and now they get the turnover on downs. And a lot of time off the clock as well with an offense that has been moving the ball a little bit. So 14-10 lead now. Appleton North gets the stop and a chance to add to the advantage. Big stop by that defense and really put pressure on Pendleton there. Now Schuckelman, he's going to keep it. And nice little start to this drive. Schuckelman with the carry.
Ball's going to be just short of the 30, Brett, right at the 29. Be 2nd down and 4, so 6-yard gain for Schuckelman. Well, boy, if you're Appleton North, wouldn't a nice 20-play drive be nice here for you?
Well, I guess. We'll play fake to Martini. Heron close to the marker. Let's see. He might be just a bit shy.
Boy, that was a very short route. He took it right to the 33.
And he's going to be just a little short of the 1st down. So third and 1 coming up for Appleton North. And you can see Jackson Wilds looking this way.
It'll be a quarterback sneak, wouldn't you think?
I would think so. Good call. Sheffield, he's strong.
Yeah, he found, Brett, he had nothing right up the middle following his center, but able to feel the opening off to the right side, able to go off that right guard and get that first down.
You forget Scheckelman, 6'4", 210 pounds. He's a big kid and used every inch of that frame to get himself past the line to gain. So a big first down now for Appleton North. And now you can kind of play that, move the chains, just take your time, right? You're in no rush. Long way to go still. But when you have a 4-point lead, offensive line doing some good things for the Lightning as well. Cal Martini.
Oh, don't want to get him going. Nice run off the left side for Martini. Ball's going to be at the 43. Brett is getting a little cooler.
Supposed to be beautiful this weekend in the 60s. Have to get a little yard work done, maybe a little bike ride.
Oh, your last bike ride possibly of the year?
I was biking into December last year.
7-yard gain for Martini, Brett. 2nd down and 3 for Appleton North. Might be the final play of the third quarter.
Little option pitch to Martini. He's got the first down and more. Boy, hard running right now, Appleton North.
Ball's going to be at the 48. Brett, I wonder if that's a new play they put in because I don't recall seeing those.
No, I don't either.
In the games that we've done of Appleton North.
It helps when you have a quarterback that can run like Scheckelman, right? I mean, he's a threat, and the defense has to keep an eye on number 12.
Martini, good job of getting those extra yards. 9-yard gain for him. 1st down and 10. Now they are in Kimberly territory at the 48. But Brett, that's the end of the third quarter. So I can update my Twitter quick.
You can see Ricardo. It was good for Kimberly to possess the ball that whole quarter, but not getting any points was huge. That is the end of the third quarter here at Papermaker Stadium. Appleton North with the lead, 14-10. We'll be back right after this short message. Welcome back to Papermaker Stadium. Start of the fourth quarter. Appleton North up 14-10 as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Fresh set of downs for the Lightning as we open this fourth quarter. 1st and 10. Ball at the Kimberly 48-yard line. What an opportunity right now. 12 minutes away, Appleton North, from getting to the state semifinal, ending that 11-game losing streak to Kimberly. A lot of football still to be played. Let's see what North can do here as Matthew Reichel with a big hole right side. Down near the 15. He's finally brought down. Great play call. Everybody looking at Scheckelman and Martini. And a big hole for Reichel on that right side.
Ball at the 13, Brett?
Yes.
That's a 35-yard run.
Don't forget about Matthew Reichel, the junior running back. He's got some wheels too, and he's a weapon for Rob Somm. Scheckelman keeps it. Boy, he's really there's a fumble. There's a fumble.
Kimberly
has it. Does Kimberly have it? They do.
Oh, boy.
Scheckelman fumbled it. Wow, I thought he was down, but I mean, there's a big scrum of people. You could see that Kimberly defense all of a sudden kind of jumping around on the field, and the officials giving it to Kimberly at the 9.
Brett, that was a 4-yard gain by Scheckelman, too. Well, we talked about the turnovers. Is this turnover going to be the one that kind of where Appleton North shoots itself in the foot?
I was just going to say, too, Sheckelman in complete command of how he's running this offense, too, because he was looking sensational. Play calling was really good, mixing different guys in. Felt like Kimberly's defense was on its heels, but the big turnover, is it the first turnover of the game?
It is.
1st and 10 at the 9 for the Papermakers. And Oberman has it. And Ricardo, I'm telling you, I know Kimberly's got two really good backs in Oberman and Barry. They're going to have to open it up a little bit and get those receivers involved.
Yeah. But when those receivers are open, they got to catch the ball.
Correct, yep. They've got to come down with those catches, and they've got to make the throws as well. So I just feel like that's what it's going to have to happen if you're Kimberly to really turn that turnover into something that is meaningful. We'll see what happens here. 2nd down and 9. Pendleton's going to keep it. Nothing there. Good defense. I think 53 was one of those guys in there again. Brock Arndt, the sophomore, the linebacker. We've called his name a couple times, and here you go. And a huge 3rd down already. Just 2 plays into this drive. Ball at the 10, 3rd and 9.
Boy, if Appleton North's defense can hold here and North can escape, without allowing any points off the turnover, that's big for them. Because then you theoretically think that they'd get at least good field position off the punt.
There you go, spreading out the defense here a little bit. Let's see what Pendleton has.
3rd and 8.
Looking. Some pressure and is just a little bit behind.
I saw what they were trying to do, Brett. It's kind of a little bit of a slant play underneath some longer routes ahead of it. Kind of a timing thing. But this is, best case scenario, I guess, for Appleton North. If you give up the fumble, you force a 3 and out and get the ball back. But boy, oh boy, that's a bullet dodged by Appleton North.
2
Brett.
things. Yeah, North still in the lead, but what a great job by that defense. Just shutting down to the run in those first 2 plays, and then the ball just behind Winnick there. Maybe a little bit of pressure. So, yeah, great field position coming up on this punt. Now North's just got to be careful and make sure that there is nothing crazy that goes on here. Good punt, ball at the 41. That's number 23. Brock Somm doing a good job with it, and let's see where they're going to spot him. About the 36-yard line.
Yep. If you're Appleton, that's okay. Nothing harmed. What you lose about 20-plus yards in field position, but you still have it relatively close to the red zone. So now you got to take advantage and put this in the end zone if you're an Appleton North fan.
Shuckelman, he's on the run, going to his left, fires, nice throw. And that's to Caden Pop, number 19. The junior wide receiver, 5'11", 170 pounds, and I like that too. Get Shuckelman kind of moving a little bit and threw a dart to Pop, 1st down, ball at the 24-yard line.
12-yard gain, nice throw. And again, he had time, Brett. And that's one thing we're noticing with this Appleton North offensive line. They've gotten much better since the original meeting with Kimberly.
Really playing good football up front, aren't they? See, just all these different things that North can do offensively to make you think. What do you focus on? Now there's Reichel. Boy, you got to
good defense.
Yeah,
good defense.
Mason Stepanski, number 1, the senior linebacker, got in there and kind of blew that up. A whole bunch of his teammates came flying to the ball. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 24.
Getting that clock tick, 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 tick. Looks like Menasha had a big stop inside their own 10-yard line, Brett. 4th down stop. They still lead 14-13 over Lux Catskill.
2nd down, Shuckelman. He's got time downfield and almost intercepted. Oh, I think Heron's saying he's got it, but the official says no. It skipped down on the turf. Heron not going to argue too much. You got to give the kid credit a little bit, trying to sell it, right?
Well, it looked like up here was an incomplete pass, right?
Appleton North narrowly lost to top-ranked Franklin in week 1. We mentioned that 35-31 setback that saw Franklin rally from a 31-14 deficit with 3 fourth-quarter scores. 2 combined losses this year just by 10 points. They are definitely, Ricardo, one of the best teams in Division I. Both of these teams are, obviously. Here comes a big third down play for Scheckelman, looking to his left the entire time. Finally fires, and he's open. Heron, he's got it. And he's got the first down. Boy, did he have time.
And again, we're seeing that offensive line. They are the stars tonight, Brett, of this game for Appleton North. A 14-yard gain on that play.
First and goal at the 8. Good throw by Scheckelman. So many different ways this North offense can beat you right now. And boy, you feel like if they put one on the board now.
Well, that's just looking at the time. That's going to be difficult for Kimberly to come back.
There's a handoff to Martini. Bulldozers his way in from 8 yards out. Martini with the score. And that's a great answer off of that 3-and-out by the defense after the turnover. Martini's first touchdown his first rushing touchdown. He also had the 64-yard pass hookup from Scheckelman. And Pop now out to attempt the PAT to give North an 11-point lead. We'll see what happens here. Ooh, low snap, and I think it did go through.
8-11 left. 2-score lead for Appleton North. Kimberly now, that offense got to start getting in the groove. Again, I'm updating my Twitter. You can find me at PC Ricardo, Brett at PC Brettsy, Rosie at Metal Rosie. Follow us, please.
Both of these quarterbacks, Caden Pendleton and Matthew Scheckelman, both making their 5th starts against the other. Looking at Scheckelman's combined totals coming into this one, he has thrown for 452 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 5 picks in the 4 previous games. 50% completion percentage, but he has been fantastic tonight. Pendleton, 773 yards, 8 TDs, and 1 interception coming into the game all-time against Appleton North, 68% percentage as well. But very impressed both sides of the ball right now for Appleton North. They are making life very difficult for this Kimberly offense to really get into a groove, especially with that running game. And then some rare mistakes by Kimberly as well. We've seen some missed attempts, missed chances to get into the end zone.
Brett, a couple scores here. Freedom up 14-0 over Wisconsin Dells.
Looking good for the Irish
and,
now.
Oh boy, 14-13 end of the third quarter. Menasha over Lux Casco.
With A.J. Korth, their star quarterback, out.
No, he's back now.
He's back now.
I'm sorry, I forgot to update you on that. He is back and playing.
That makes a difference. 1st and 10. Kimberly now down 11 to Appleton North. Pendleton fires it down to Polakowski, but good tackle by number 25, Jack Budiak. That's another thing. The tackling by Appleton North really stellar tonight. Not letting these guys break too many, are they?
That's something that we've seen also improve throughout the season from Appleton North is that defense. Remember, they led against Franklin. Yeah. The defense just kind of relented a little bit, and Burke was able to get 3 touchdown passes in that 4th quarter and to beat Appleton North.
Yeah, that was a 35-31 game in week 1. Miles Burkett, the UW recruit, winning touchdown coming with just 4 seconds remaining to pull that one out for the Sabres. Sabres looking pretty good tonight over Bayport. There's Oberman trying to get around the outside.
Tackle,
yeah,
Brad.
That's 21.
Mullen.
Trent Mullen, the junior defensive back. And a 3rd down coming up, and pretty soon, with 7 minutes to go and some change, you maybe will have to see a little bit of a hurry up. Obviously, you got to convert on this 3rd down, but urgency at its highest right now for the Papermakers. Down 11 as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Ball at the 27-yard line.
One receiver wide for Kimberly.
Ooh, low snap. Watch out. His knee is down.
Yep.
Papermaker fans wanting maybe some unnecessary roughness. Nothing there.
No, they're not going to call that.
Now
ball's way back at the 23. You got to punt
go
it.
For it. Well,
you got to punt it. There's 6 minutes left. In my opinion, you have to punt. So that's 4-yard loss.
Well, I don't know. Caden Pendleton's talking to Steve Jones right now on the sidelines. A 4th down play coming up. Down 2 scores with only 6 minutes to go, and the clock's continuing to run.
That's true. Good point, Brett.
4th and 8, ball at the 22-yard line. This is it, isn't it? A chance for Appleton North to get a stop, up 2 scores. Officials starting to count. I think they might have to call a timeout, and that's what Steve Jones wants to do. There's some confusion.
Boy, this momentum is so on Appleton North side right now, Brett. They can smell it. It's like shark blood in the water.
I keep going. We're this close. Coach Salm said right to you in week 4. Yes. That's how they are in this game right now. They're this close to sealing the deal. But still 5:50 to go and a big 4th down coming up for Kimberly.
All deadlocked between Sun Prairie and Middleton, Brett. 17-17, end of the 3rd quarter.
Again, folks, digital subscription right now, 6 months, $1 for most of our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Go to postcrescent.com/subscribe if you haven't. Full benefits, complete access, all devices. And give me a follow on Twitter at PCBrettC. We'll be streaming a state semifinal game somewhere next week. That'll cap our Varsity Game of the Week football live streams, and then we'll start thinking about the basketball season and bringing you a whole bunch of boys and girls games.
4th and 8, at the 22 for Pendleton.
Pendleton looking to his left. Good throw. Caught. Winnick with a nice move. Far sideline and out of bounds. Wow.
Nice play call, Brett.
Nice play call, but a nice spin move to go to his outside by Winnick, and ball is going to be at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, not over yet. 24-yard pass play, Brett.
And he got out of bounds on top of that.
So now 5 receiver set again for Kimberly, Brett. I think they like this kind of formation and spreading everything out.
Could be a little push pass to Oberman. Nope, watch going down this sideline. Whoa!
I think there was miscommunication there. It just seemed like the receivers weren't in sync with Pendleton on that one, Brett. Pendleton coming back to the sidelines to talk to the coaching staff and Coach Jones. See if I can get some more of the updates, Brett. Looks like there was a big interception by Menasha. Now they're inside the Luxembourg Casco 10, Brett, leading 14-13. Might go ahead by a few more points here. Menominee now leading over Waunakee 21-20, Brett. That was at one point, I think, 20-7 lead for Waunakee.
2 historically good football programs.
2nd and 10 at the 46.
Oberman.
Wow. Nothing.
Brought down. Who is that?
Boy, he broke right through the offensive line, Brett. Is that 53 again?
Woo. 53 and maybe 74 as well. Brock Arndt, 53, 74. Will Schrader. And now a 3rd down. You got to get things moving here down.
I was just going to say
2 scores, 3rd and 11.
5 minutes left as we're nearing that 5-minute mark, Brett. Third down and 11 for Kimberly. Down 2 scores. This is critical for the Papermakers.
Pendleton, whoop.
Incomplete. They're just a little off.
Yeah. And now you have a huge 4th down coming up with 4:46 to play. Well, if you got a trick play here or something, maybe.
Well, I don't think they need to go to a trick play. They just need to finish those routes and finish the completions. Again, they're just a little off tonight. And with a team like Appleton North, which is ascending right now, they got all the momentum right now, Brett. A lot of confidence.
4th and 11, ball at the 45. Pendleton waiting for it. He's got it. He's on the run. He's going to have to get rid of it soon. Watch out. And nothing there. Nothing there. And that is a huge stop for Appleton North. Look at the celebration across from us. Look at the sideline. Jumping up and down. The fans up and down as well. Big stop for the Lightning. Now they are in complete control, up 2 scores with 4:41 to play and the ball at the Kimberly 45-yard line.
Update from Luxembourg Casco. Menasha scores on a touchdown pass from A.J. Korth. They're up 20-13, 8:43 left in regulation.
If you're Appleton North now, Ricardo, you run, right? You run, and run this clock out. And punch your ticket to the state semifinals. Scheckelman gives it to Martini, who spins his way. And look at that big offensive line work. Ball near the 40-yard line.
Campbellsport leading Mayville 27-19. That's the other score from one of our area schools. Both are our area schools.
Haven't had an update on that Franklin Bayport game, have we, since it was 28-zip Sabres at the half? I'm assuming it's not going so well for Bayport. I got a direct message from our friend at Bayport, and always just emojis with clenched teeth. Schuckman doing a good job. There's Reichel. Boy, Ricardo, that line is really
they're taking over.
Getting a big push, aren't they?
Ball's right at the 35. That's super close to a first down. I think they're going to be short by a yard.
But look at the clock running down. You're down 2 scores. If you're Kimberly, this is a tall hill to climb now. And Appleton North in no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage.
Amherst up 20-15 over Wittenberg-Burnhamwood.
3rd and a couple as Scheckelman trying to get the first down. Let's see. I think he's going to be short.
Ball's right at the 35, too.
They're marking it at the 35. Do they want to measure?
35-7 Franklin over Bayport, Brett.
And they're going to say 4th down. Okay. What was the score?
35-7.
So looking good for the Sabres. Top-ranked Franklin going to move on, it looks like. Will Appleton North be the team that meets Franklin in the state semifinals? And looks like Appleton North wants to call a timeout.
In that game where Menasha went up 20-13, Brett, this is Jeremy Korth football right here. They went for the onside kick, recovered Menasha ball. 8 minutes left in the game.
Looking good for the Blue Jays, isn't it? Oh, check that. Kimberly taking a timeout. My mistake.
End of the third quarter, Menominee 21 and over Wanakee 20. See if we can get some other scores. We'd like to know that Mukwonago game and Muskego.
Fourth and 1, and you get this first down. It's just about ball game, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
And officially it's one. Ricardo, it's half a yard. It's not even. It's inches.
Yeah.
You know Scheckelman, he's just going to keep this one and sneak it forward.
Look at Martini pushing him forward.
He's got the first down. Look at the celebration starting on that Appleton North sideline. They are pumped. They're feeling it.
As our sign goes up.
Looking like that. 11-game losing streak is going to come to an end, and in big fashion for Appleton North as the Lightning just about ready to move on to the state semifinals in a rematch, it looks like, with Franklin. Martini. And you start to think about now, we weren't there at week 1, so we certainly haven't seen Franklin yet, but this ball control offense right now is going to be a tough stop.
Yeah, for both sides. I mean, obviously Franklin can throw the ball. Appleton North really put it to Franklin in that opening game, so it's going to be a great matchup if this is indeed how it holds, Brett. But, hey, we got a whole week to talk about that yet. 2nd and 1.
And Martini, why not give it to your big 6'1", 228-pound senior running back to run out this clock. And here the cheers across the field. Appleton North fans celebrate. Look at the sideline right now.
And this is a big win for them.
Oh, they are jacked up.
They have come so close so many times before to knocking off Kimberly. And to do it at this state quarterfinal level, Brett, and to earn a berth to the semifinals is big for this team, for this program. They consider themselves one of the best in the state. Now they get a chance to prove it again next week.
Against the top-ranked team is Sheckelman taking a knee. Well, we knew this was going to be a tough, fun game, and that's what we got tonight. 21-10, looking like the final here tonight. As Sheckelman is going to take one more knee as Appleton North in the victory formation. That's what he does. And let the celebration begin for Appleton North. Big night for the Lightning. Looks like the girls volleyball team going to go to the state championship game. Football team moving on to the state semifinals here in Division 1.
Mukwonago 28-14 over Muskego. And that's it.
Boy, look at the celebration. That's you said. There's been a lot of tough losses for Appleton North in this series, but they got one here tonight. 21-10 is the finals. We look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Congratulations to Appleton North. Some thoughts on this one?
Well, first let me pass a score one more time. Freedom up 21-0 now.
The Irish going to move on
over Wisconsin Dells. Brett, first off, Kimberly, we talked about how mistakes kind of are magnified. They had 14 points right there. They lost 4 points on the Barant play that wasn't a hookup there for the pass play. They lost also a touchdown over here on this end of the field, Brett, with that drop pass. That's 14 points. That's the deciding points, right? This is what we're talking about when you have two teams that are so good and so relatively equal in terms of roster, coaching, all that stuff. Those little plays come up big. And I kind of had a bad feeling with Appleton North when they missed that first play, second play. There was a sure touchdown dropped. But give them credit. This has been a different Appleton North team, Brett. You kind of felt that. We kind of felt that. This is a different team this year. And they're able to get that gigantic monkey. Let's forget about monkey. It was a big old gorilla on that back, Brett. Now they have a chance to prove what they have felt all along, that they're among the very elite in Division I. You got to beat that Franklin bugaboo right there from the first week, Brett. But to do it, then you're at Camp Randall.
Look at what the North defense has done since that Week 4 loss here to the Papermakers, where they gave up 26 points. The Appleton North defense, 7 points, 9 points, 7, 7, 8. Then 0 against Hudson in the first round of the playoffs. 7 last week to Neenah, and just 10 this week to Kimberly. That defense is playing at an elite high level right now, and a level that can get this team to Madison.
I agree, Brett, and I can't wait till next week to see how that's going to shape out. But both these teams, I'm telling you, this is our favorite rivalry game to do.
Yep.
And there's a reason why. It's because both these teams play at a very high level. Give credit to Kimberly. They had, 11 straight victories over Appleton North. But Appleton North, this is the biggest win in their program history, in my opinion, because of where it is, where it took place in the quarterfinals. Fantastic game, fantastic win for North.
Rob Sum, they're close. Well, now they got over this hump, and one more hump to get over in a rematch coming up, it looks like, against Franklin next week in the state semifinal game. Not sure where that will be played. No. Hopefully it's Oshkosh, right? That would be kind of fun nearby, but we'll let the WIAA kind of figure that out. But Ricardo, it's always fun.
Yeah, man.
One more week, right?
Yeah, do this again next week. I can't wait. This is the exciting time of year for me. can't wait to see how it all unfolds. So thanks for everyone for watching. We'll see you back here next week.
All right, as Ricardo heads down to the field, I'm going to run down the scoring one more time. Kimberly got on the scoreboard first, a 26-yard field goal by Cam Zeeble with 8:59 to go in the first quarter. That was 3-0 the Papermakers. And then Appleton North struck with its first touchdown of the night, a 5-yard pass from Matthew Sheckelman to Alex Heron. That came with 14 seconds to go in the opening quarter, and North with the lead, 7-3. Kimberly regains the lead, a 2-yard run by Blake Berry with 2:54 to play in the second quarter. Kimberly on top, 10-7. That was also on a 4th and goal play from the 2. And then on the very next play, a 64-yard pass from Matthew Sheckelman to Cal Martini with 2:35 to go in the second quarter, gave the Lightning a 14-10 lead, and as it turned out, an advantage they'd never give up. The only other touchdown of the night, we just saw it a little while ago with 8:11 to play in the game, an 8-yard touchdown run by Cal Martini. That caps the scoring at 21-10, as you see on our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. With the victory, the 8th-ranked Lightning improved to 10-2 on the season, and they move on to take on, it looks like, Franklin, a rematch of that Week 1 game, top-ranked Franklin. That's going to be a WIAA Division I state semifinal playoff game. Site to be determined. Kickoff will be likely next Friday night at 7 p.m. Second-ranked Kimberly finishes yet another outstanding season at 11-1. Again, folks, we will be streaming a WIAA state semifinal playoff matchup next Friday. I'll announce the game soon on my Twitter account. Check out @PCBrettsy. You can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. And again, thank you to our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison proudly provides the people and businesses of Northeast Wisconsin with exceptional banking services and trusted financial guidance delivered by friendly experts. Also, thank you to our apparel sponsor, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Contact them today at 920-731-0922. Or send them an email at Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at sbcglobal.net. So for Ricardo, for Rosie, and of course the crew with USA Today Network Wisconsin, I'm Brett Christopherson saying so long from Papermaker Stadium here in Kimberly, Wisconsin. Once again, the final score tonight, Appleton North 21, Kimberly 10. Thanks for watching, everybody.